Buy right in 2026 and sit quietly till early 2029. That's it. That is the entire strategy I am using to build wealth. I know you must be thinking that Sanika, market is falling down. Then how are you so calm? See, I use a simple logic that when you buy stocks during a dip, the chances of you turning profitable increases. Therefore, today we are going to talk about 3 stocks which are available at a dip with upside potential. And here is the truth. The hardest thing in 2026, or for that matter, till early 2029, will not be finding the right stocks. The hardest thing will be ignoring the noise. And there will be noise, lots of it. And its biggest source is the uncertainty that US President Donald Trump brings to the table. And not just in terms of geopolitics, but specifically related to India. The unpredictable Trump is finding it hard to deal with India's firm stance regarding the trade talks. So all of this chaos, it won't end until a new US president takes over in January 2029. So today, while everyone else is panicking, we are going to talk about 3 stocks with strong fundamentals, strong management, and an upside potential of up to 44%. But more importantly, we are going to talk about how to hold these stocks when the world tells you to sell. Now let's start with our first stock, and here is a small story about it. A few days ago, the headlines were screaming, "Stay away from this stock, it is too risky." So investors were panicking and the stock was falling. And then the results came out. Just imagine this, a big mid-cap company grew its sales by 119% and its profits by a staggering 158%. And the same day, the stock shot up 12%. News channels were screaming, "Buy this stock, buy this stock." And 2 days later, the stock came right back down. And I am talking about Wari Energies. Now, after hearing all of this, I have a few questions. Who do you listen to? The news that told you to sell on Monday and buy on Wednesday, or the numbers that tell you a consistent story? And what about those who sold in fear? They lost money. And what about those who bought in greed at the top? They lost money as well. So the only people who won here are the ones who looked at the fundamentals and not the headlines. Just give me 30 seconds over here because this is very important and I want to be open and transparent with all of you. Now, some of my viewers asked me that, Sanika, what exactly goes inside RangaOne Wealth Basic Plan? So let me give you a real life example. Now, we had recommended Ujjivan Small Finance Bank at an average of around 38 rupees, and today it is trading near 63 rupees. Now, I am not telling this to you all to show off. I am telling this to you to show how systematic our recommendations are. You can see it over here for yourself. Whenever we recommend any stock, we give you the exact buy zone, the target, the stop loss, even we tell you about profit booking updates. We do not leave you in the middle. You get all of the updates on the Telegram community and on our website as well. So this is what I wanted to show all of you. And you can see over here that we have even upgraded our target of Ujjivan Small Finance Bank. And if you want to know about it, then you can definitely give our RangaOne Wealth Basic a try. So I will see you over there in RangaOne Wealth Basic. So here's the truth. If a stock moves 20% up or down, it doesn't mean that the business or the management has changed. It is the sentiment that has changed. So Wari is a good stock and I am super bullish about it for the long term. And our firm, RangaOne Finance's goal is simple. Your growth, our priority. And that is the reason I keep on making videos about good stocks like Wari Energies so that you don't miss out on the opportunity. Now let us talk about our second stock. And this one will not just give growth to your portfolio, it will act as a stabilizer, an anchor in the storm. Think about it. Every other day, there is a shock in the market. One day, it is the oil and gas sector which is getting hammered due to something that Trump said. And the next day, it is going to be some other sector. And this is going to be repeated for the next 3 years because of this joker. So ask yourself this simple question. Will the sales of Pepsi or other soft drinks be impacted in the next 3 years due to what Trump is doing? The answer is no. So should you sell Varun beverages if you're holding it? The answer is again no. Why? Because it is a strong business. And what makes a business strong? It is the ability to protect and grow your earnings despite the turbulence. Just look at their last 3 to 5 years of sales and profits. They have grown consistently. So a strong business has a product or a service that customers return to in uncertain times, a pricing power that cushions the margins, a balance sheet that does not need help from the lenders, and a management that allocates capital wisely. So when you find a business like this, volatility is just a test of your temperament and not the company's destiny. So you do not need to outguess the headlines. You just need to trust the flywheel. Earn, reinvest, compound. Now look at Varun Beverages chart and you will see the classic signs of a compounder. Now the stock was in a strong uptrend due to high PE. I could not catch it back then, but when the downtrend came, I started buying the stock. And now it is in a sideways phase and I am accumulating more. So for me, 433 is a good support and accumulation zone. And if it falls further, then 350 is the next level that I am watching. Now our third stock is a classic example of why mindset is the most important thing in investing. This is why most of the people lose out on major gains. We are wired to overreact to losses and anchor on recent price moves. So volatility triggers those kind of instincts. So our third emotion triggering stock is IREDA, and recently the company came out with its results. So the sales growth is 25% up and profit growth is of 38%, their highest profits ever this quarter. So why was the stock down? See, there are two reasons for it. First is high valuation, which has now cooled down, and second, back in the June 2025 quarter, their margins dropped due to a loan default. So the NPAs jumped and the sentiment turned bad. But here's what the market is missing. For the last 2 quarters, the company has not only recovered its margins, but it has sustained them. And I recommended this stock to my clients, and currently we are sitting on 15% loss. But are we selling it? No, absolutely not. We at RangaOne Finance do not judge a stock based on its stock price alone. In fact, we are planning to add it even more. Why? Because the loss is not the decision point. The potential is, and we see huge potential in this stock. So should you sell when a price target is achieved? See, we at RangaOne Finance, when our target is hit, we book partial profits and look for a higher target. We don't chase, we don't panic, we trust the process. So what is the takeaway of this video? See, these stocks are not for the next 2 to 3 days. These are for the investors who understand that market is going to be noisy. These are the businesses to own for the next 2 to 3 years. They are not for investors who compare their portfolio to the Nifty every day. So consistent wealth is going to be created in these stocks. So tune out the noise, focus on the fundamentals, and remember, the best opportunities are found in moments of fear. So invest wisely and always remember, your growth is our priority. And this was Sanika from RangaOne Finance, and I will see you very soon in the next one. Till then, bye-bye.